This classic episode of the Electric Playground is brought to you by PNP Games, your source for everything video games. Support the partners that support Electric Playground. Remember, this episode first aired in 1999.
Here's a great concept for a video game.
Big giant monster robots terrorizing the city, crushing everything in their grasp.
It's a game called Slave Zero. Infogrames.
Yeah!
I'm here with Matt and Jeff from Activision, and we're talking about the big bad robot game called Slave Zero.
Slave Zero is a new breed of giant robot. Initially, most of the robots in the game we call Sentinels, which are traditional tank-like robots with people inside controlling them. Slave Zero is a new breed of robot that is both grown and made, kind of a biomechanical creature.
Is this something you'd like to see happen in your real life?
Well, you could get anywhere you want. You don't have to worry about parking, traveling expenses get down, but it'd be hard to find a date.
Well, literally, you could pick up chicks, though.
Literally pick up chicks.
The engine was being created. I made the design document, basically outlined with the help of the other designers what would happen, who you were, what weapons you'd use, that kind of thing. And now that we're in the production phase, I'm actually building the worlds that you're going to engage in. The engine had been in development for, I believe, a year. And then Sean Vesey, who had worked previously on the Mech Warrior and Interstate 76, we got together and we're all, what about a giant robot game that wasn't a sim? And both of us kind of went, bing, and we just started writing like crazy. It was instantly hit hard for both of us.
People are going to want to know about the weapons.
You have plenty of weapons in Slave Zero. He has, if you get close to a robot, you have lots of hand-to-hand attacks. You can smack them around and eventually knock them out that way. We also have slug thrower weapons,
Rocket launchers,
missile weapons,
plasma guns, huge machine guns,
and energy weapons. Everything a 60-foot boy would need to destroy an entire city.
How exactly did you go about making it feel like when you're in the game you are 60 feet tall?
We added lots of cars and people to scale, and you can see these cars drive along on the freeways we got going. And not only that, you can run over the freeways and they'll start swerving around, and you can pick up the people in the cars and throw them at other robots or splat them against the wall.
It's all based on the environment. We place you in a city street with signs, lots of cars and traffic, tanks, helicopters, walkways, trains driving by.
Also, the buildings that are close up to you, they're story perfect, so you can see 10 feet per window. So just before you smash it down with a piece of girder you picked up from the last building you destroyed, you know you're big.
So Matt, in a game about giant robots, what's your favorite part?
My favorite part of the game is the sense of scale. Being a giant robot, we allow you to smash cars, and you can pick up people and throw them, kind of like I can pick up this thing and throw it at you.
Well, yeah, I actually prefer this approach.
Hey!
Yeah.
More like this? Get out of here! Run, you pansy!
Yeah, I got a girl I'm crushing on right now. Used to date one of my rivals, though. We just junction so well together, you know? I met her at PNP Games. She said I was the best looking guy there.
Now, one of the most popular video game characters of all time is celebrating his 20th anniversary this year. We, of course, are talking about Pac-Man.
Hey, we're at Namco, and I'm here with Hardy and Gil and Hardy, and we're talking about the new Pac-Man game that we got coming out for the PlayStation. How you guys doing?
Good. Great.
So how old are you guys when the original Pac-Man hit the scene?
20. I'm older than I look.
You're 40 years old?
39.
39. You look like you're 17. Tell me about this. Is Pac-Man World?
Pac-Man World.
Yeah.
It's a great game.
It's Pac-Man in 3D.
3D. He wanders through many levels. He even gets to defeat Galaxians. He goes in mazes, explores caverns, swims through rivers, and he can roll, and he, like Sonic, he zooms off.
So he's got a little more mobility than he did in the 80s.
And he can butt bounce.
And he can butt bounce.
Yep.
Oh, you got to be able to butt. Does he have a butt?
You might argue that he's all butt.
He's all butt.
Just one big cheek. You're 39 years old.
Yeah.
Okay, so there must be hidden old Pac-Man games within this thing.
Oh yeah, yeah. The original game is actually on the disc, so you can play it.
Right on.
In the original maze, and as if you were inserting a quarter.
And we've also taken pains to make a new mode, which we call Maze Mode, which actually uses the 3D modeled mazes, but emulates the same style of classic gameplay, but with a new twist. We're really trying to capture more of the different types of gameplay that are available now and more familiar to the player with the new Pac-Man project. We wanted to open it up and make it more feel more like some of the more familiar titles, Mario or Crash Bandicoot. And so we've tried to integrate both the classic gameplay styles and the new 3D platformer gameplay experience that a lot of the players really love so much.
How about Ms. Pac-Man? Is she making an appearance in this game?
Yeah, she has an appearance. You get to rescue her. She'll rescue him in the next one.
Oh, very cool. So Ms. Pac-Man World is coming up soon. So Inky, Pinky, Slinky, and Dinky, and Winky, they're all back in here?
No, Inky, Pinky, Blinky, and Clyde. You gotta get their names right.
Oh, that's Clyde. Yeah, right.
Clyde is the red one.
Right.
Although in the original game, he was actually the pink one. He kind of changed colors.
We're looking forward to Pac-Man World. Thank you. Good luck with the game.
Thank you. Yeah, the Pac-Man salute.
Pac-Man salute.
Activision has two very similar games out for the Nintendo 64. A Bug's Life and Quake II. Quake II.
I'm here with Marty Stratton, and we're talking about the port of Quake II to the N64. What's it like to work with the people at id?
Amazing. They are the absolute most talented group of individuals in the industry. They had more to do with N64 than probably a lot of people will know.
How is Quake II for the N64 going to differentiate itself from all the other first-person shooters?
I think one of our biggest assets is what we've done on the multiplayer side. We have 4 different modes of play in Deathmatch. You can play 2, 3, or 4 player deathmatch, capture the flag, team deathmatch, and tag. So I think we've got a lot going there, and we've got 10 maps that you can play all of those different games on, so a lot of different possibilities.
How is the game going to look compared to how it plays on the PC? Will it look as good as when you play 3D accelerated?
Yeah, it actually does. We've had some people, we've taken it into some journalists, and they've actually said that they like it better than the PC version.
Really?
Yeah. So it's a much sharper look, much cleaner look. Can do a lot more with transparency than was done on Quake II. And I actually think it's a great look. It's very we've modified it a lot for the console.
Is the story the same as the PC version?
No, the story's a little bit different. Different from Quake II, where you were dropped onto the planet's surface with a mass force. You're more of a special ops marine that snuck in behind the enemy lines. Your goal is kind of to infiltrate the Starved Planet and destroy their core power source.
Crazy. Thanks for your time.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Go out and buy the game. It's going to be great.
Okay, I'll see you. I'm going to buy it.
Okay, please do.
Bye.
Go buy the game.
Want some of this? Let's go. What does the N64 version have that the PlayStation version didn't
have,
or is different?
Well, what we have are extra bonus challenge levels that the PlayStation, save some of that for me, would you?
Yeah, right.
Okay. That the PlayStation version didn't have. We have 60 challenge levels.
60?
In addition to the 15 levels that are in the game.
Wow.
So we have lots of gameplay available.
What's your favorite level in the whole game?
My favorite level is the Clover Forest.
The Clover Forest.
A very similar look to where we are right now.
Exactly. And why is that your favorite?
I think visually it's the prettiest level.
Silverberry.
Ooh, purple. Oh, this is like dessert.
Yeah.
Do any like secret passwords, secret codes?
Oh, sure.
Secret.
There are 3 secret levels in the game.
Okay.
That can be accessed in a number of ways. If you butt bounce, which is one of the moves that Flick can do, on 5 enemies in a row, it will open a challenge level.
Wow!
And you get a free life.
And you get a free life. 3 of these. Now, all accessed by the 5 button bouncing baddies.
There are other ways to access the other 2 levels. But
Gotcha. But okay, that's fair. That's fair enough. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
I can't wait to play.
Excellent.
Can we
Come
play
on
now?
up. Certainly you can.
Can I play now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna go play Bugs Life N64
Bye-bye.
after I finish eating this.
Oh, these are much better, I'm telling you.
You know, rumor has it that besides filet mignon, the ultimate piece of meat is Mel Gibson. Now, Mel, as his friends know, is starring in his own video game based on the movie Braveheart. Yo, Eric! Eric!
Hey, Tommy, how's it going?
Sheesh! Playing, you got the sword going? Obviously, you're playing your new game, Braveheart.
Sure am. A full-on strategy game with a complete tactical 3D world that offers day, night, 4 seasons, up to 800 polygonal warriors fighting it out.
At one time?
At one time.
Amazing.
With horses, catapults, castles.
Wait, can you get on a horse?
You can actually steal horses in the game.
Steal horses?
Yeah, we do raids.
Now, how did you do the whole horse thing? How do you get a horse motion going?
Well, we motion captured horses, chickens, and sheep because we know gamers
Wait a second. You motion captured a chicken?
We know gamers want, reality and detail, so we gave it to them. We actually use satellite data from Scotland and England.
Oh, really?
And the whole terrain is fractally generated to be 2 kilometer of the actual terrain in Scotland.
What character do you play? Or are you just kind of like the overseer?
Well, you can actually play any of the main characters in the movie. It all depends what clan you choose. For example, I've chosen the clan that has William Wallace, which is Mel Gibson's character. His character is very good in combat. Diplomacy is not so good as you can guess from the movie. Great thing about the way we've designed the game is we have 4 different skill levels, and they allow you to play a game at a different level of challenges.
I like the way his face is painted there.
He's my role model for my makeup. I think I've changed the look for myself.
Right.
A little tougher.
Have you ever worn a kilt?
I haven't, but I will be wearing the kilt for the press party.
Have you ever played the bagpipes?
In college, during some frat parties.
I'm here at Heat.net with Matt Calloway, and we're talking about Heat Seagull. Now, what exactly is Heat Seagull anyway? It sounds like bird poopy or something.
No. Heat Seagull is the Heat Collegiate Internet Gaming League.
You're in my space here.
You're a college student.
Yes?
You're a gamer.
Right.
You want to represent your school. Well, basically, it's the NCAA of gaming.
Yes.
And it doesn't ever rain.
Do you give away umbrellas?
We don't give away umbrellas, but we do give away up to $10,000 in prizes.
Oh, goody, my penguin.
What's up with the penguin? You got, oh,
cool. What's this?
What's this?
Oh, it's a. Is this a Heat.Furby?
Actually, no, it's a Furby in Heat.
Oh! So you have to be in college, right?
You have to be in college.
Right.
It's the only requirement. You obviously should try and have some skills on the team.
What are some of the games that are on this thing?
Games on it right now, the biggest game is Quake II. You've obviously participated in the past.
Hiya! You're a pinhead.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty funny. How often do you guys have these tournaments?
Every semester we have a major
semester,
tournament.
of course.
It's an alien. I think it's come to see you.
What made you come up with the concept?
I was in college. I was a gamer. Wouldn't have been an awesome thing if I could have represented my school in a league of my own.
Do you have to like pay to do this?
It's fast, it's free, it's online gaming. Very much like Heat.net. Basically, it's Heat's Collegiate Internet Gaming League. One of the big prizes is a Mega Gamer's computer machine. fully loaded with everything a gamer would want. But we've also got Voodoo 3 cards, and then what every college student wants, pizza.
Pizza!
What's this funky thing on your head?
It's like the Dreamcast logo. I figured we're here at Sega, and Sega makes the Dreamcast. How do you get on the Sega?
Basically, to get to Heat Signal, what you need to do is open up your browser, go to www.heatsignal.net.
How do you spell that?
That's HEATCIGL.net.
.net.
Exactly.
See you later.
College gamer.
Bye. You ever wonder how to get in the video game industry? Well, this book by Mark Saltzman might just change your life.
I'm here with Mark Saltzman, one of the most respected journalists in the video game industry, and the author of a new book called Game Design: Secrets of the Sages.
Well, that's a hell of an intro. Thank you. Like, I'm so modest.
When did it come out?
The book itself was first released in a software package called, Game Programming Starter Kit 3, which is a software package available in software stores in North America and in England. And the book is inside of it.
Book.
That's the cover of the book that's in the software package, and as of the last week in July, it's available in bookstores as a standalone book if you're not interested in the software.
What goes into making something like this?
Macmillan approached me on wanting to do a game book that looked at not only how to create like a perfect game, but also how to break into the industry. There's 25 chapters, and 1/3 of it is all the ways of making a perfect game. I interviewed like close to 150 game designers.
Like who?
Sid Meier, Peter Molyneux, Romero. What I did was I put chapters on art and programming and animation and sound design, music design. I even have a chapter on music in games. And of course, we've got your own Tommy Tallarico from...
No way!
Yeah, I got it right here.
Let's see.
On one side, we got a picture of Tommy. He's just so Hollywood. I love it. And on the other side here, another image we got is actual sketch sheet from, what goes through his mind when he's playing the game and he wants to create, a feel for a level.
Is there a chapter on making video game television?
No, there's not yet. But you guys are pioneering this, so, I'm trying to be ahead of the game here. That should be in future editions. The other parts of the book look at how to break into the industry, whether you want to get a job at a publishing house or if you want to get a job at a development studio or if you want to do it yourself. So I got a whole chapter on the shareware revolution and ways of breaking in the industry. And the last third looks at people that want to make their own company and run their own company. And I got chapters on the non-creative things about the industry, ways of testing your games, the pros and cons of a website and when to release a demo, what the demo should contain. In my opinion, it totally covers all the bases.
Oh, sorry. I'm just finishing lunch. And also enjoying these promotional VHS tapes from Nintendo Power, chock full of information on some great upcoming games. Are we in the golden age of video game coverage and we don't even know it? Now, you're already here watching the Electric Playground Classic, so I know that seeing behind the scenes of the video game industry is important to you. It's also important to everyone who enjoys games. Documenting these publishers, developers, and dreamers with such open access is imperative to building a base of respect for the hard work that goes into most every video game we plug into our consoles or PC. The story of video games is relatively young, and thankfully the Electric Playground was there to record its burgeoning history in the 90s and beyond. P&P Games is proud to present EP Classic every Saturday morning. Gunstar Heroes and Gamer Broccoli, Lunch of Champions.
This week on the site, we talked to the creator of E.T. for the Atari 2600.
I'm not disappointed with what I did in that time. I'm a little disappointed that, I only had that much time because I feel the game is like a few tweaks away from being, a really playable, fun game. And there's a lot of them buried in the desert. Yes, there are millions and millions of them buried in the desert. I've never had any independent verification of that, but boy, I've heard the story from a lot of different directions. For people who are disappointed in the play of E.T., I have to say to you right now, you're absolutely right. If you don't like a game as a player, it's not a good game. And I have never tried to counter that point. I'm not going to sit here and tell you what a great game E.T. is and you should enjoy it and there's nothing wrong with you if you don't. I can say is, I did the best I could in the time I could. I was the only person who would stand there and guarantee that I would deliver them a game in 6 weeks. And that's what I did.
Check out our feature on classic game design at www.electplay.com. What do you think of Kingpin for the PC?
I'm not a huge first-person shooter fan, but if I had to play a first-person shooter game, it would be Kingpin this year, you know?
Yeah, this game's ferocious, isn't it?
It's great.
Yeah.
But I mean, the best part about the game, let's face it, is all the swearing.
Yeah,
It's
I know
great.
there's so much swearing in there. I couldn't tell if I was listening to you or the video game. It was just crazy, man. And that's something to take note, too. I mean, if you're buying games for kids, this is not one to pick up. The gore is over the top, and the swearing is really crazy.
You start out with a pipe, and you bash anything that moves. I mean, how much more fun can that be?
The best thing about the look and feel of this game is the texturing that they've done.
Very realistic.
The
bricks
environments are
look like
insane.
bricks.
They're
The
so
trash
perfect.
cans look like trash cans.
Exactly what you'd expect to find in a totally decrepit kind of society.
Get yourself a gun really quick, though.
Yes,
You're
you'll
gonna
need a gun.
it.
You'll need a gun in this neighborhood. It's not happy.
Yeah. The multiplayer.
Multiplayer is just great, man.
I mean, I look
get
at...
on Heat as soon as you can and play this game.
I can't even play Quake II anymore.
No, maybe they went for the shock factor with the violence and the swearing and stuff, but it's still, it's a killer game.
I like
and
when
it's a
somebody's
lot of
on
fun.
the ground and you still shoot them.
Still pound them.
That was fun.
Yeah. Personally, I like the exploding rockets and watching people go into nice little bits and pieces like that. That's pretty fun. Definitely pay attention to the mature rating on it, though. I'd give it a 9 out of 10. How about yourself?
8.3. You know, this one was actually kind of neat.
And on PlayStation, we're talking about Pac-Man World.
Not only does it have the original Pac-Man in it, you also have two other modes, which are maze modes.
They're like mini levels or mini games within the levels of the quest mode. In the maze mode, you just basically get to play all these really cool 3D mazes. And the gameplay is identical to the old Pac-Man from 1980, but everything's in 3D.
And it sounds cool.
Yeah, it's
and
very
everything.
cool. It's actually a very fun game.
You can go in the water, you can go underwater. There's a bumper car mode. There's a whole Galaxian thing too, where Pac-Man gets in a spaceship and it's like 3D Galaxian, and you fight the Galaxian boss. We took the Galaxian music and made it into like this big orchestral thing.
The game starts off with this big band interpretation of all the old Pac-Man themes.
The swing
Yeah,
tune.
it's very cool. Tommy's actually done a great job on incorporating all these classic game sounds and things we've all grown up with and put them into the game. I'd give it a 7.5 out of 10. How about yourself?
I give it an 8.
8 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pac-Man World for PlayStation. Check it out. Okay, what do you think about Expendable for the Dreamcast, man?
If you like games like Loaded on the PlayStation or Apocalypse on the PlayStation, get them.
Yeah, go for those games because they're more fun.
You know, this game, you know, graphically it looks okay. The lighting's very cool on it.
Yeah.
It's got some cool explosions, but I mean, all you do is you bring your character around, you collect weapons, and you shoot,
and
kill
watch
things.
blow-ups, colorful booms.
It gets tired after about 15 minutes.
People dying all over the place.
I mean, I thought the level layouts in a game like Apocalypse were much better.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you
There's
got
no
you
jump button
interested
in Expendable.
jumping
There's
and
no
stuff.
jump button.
Yeah,
What the heck is that?
It's kind of weak.
There's some camera angle changes and stuff, and some big spaceships come and put flashy lights into things, and big burns, and huge explosions. The Dreamcast can handle this thing in its sleep. But,
Yeah,
you know, it's
it
a
doesn't
boring
show
game.
off Dreamcast anything.
Not at all.
The
no.
controls are a little wanky. You know.
No, they should have done Robotron style controls. I mean, it's not as much fun as Robotron 2084 was in 1980.
Right.
I would say this game rates about a 5.5 on my scale. What about you?
I was gonna say 5.8.
All right. On the Nintendo 64, we're going to talk about Knockout Kings 2000. What a great game.
Did I tell you?
Tommy worked on this game. He did the sound and some of the game design for this game.
I've been telling this guy about it for a year now.
I was literally blown away.
Cool.
Yeah, I didn't know how much of it was hype. I was totally...
Especially when I was doing
Exactly, but I was totally blown away. I mean, Ready to Rumble is a great game for the Dreamcast, but here we have another game with arcade-style lightning-fast punches, but with all kinds of licensed pro boxers. You've got Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray Leonard, Paulie Field's in there, Oscar De La Hoya, Spinks,
Whitaker,
everybody.
We wanted to get the controls flawless, and that's I think the best part about Knockout Kings. You can get in, punch a guy, get out, get in, punch a guy, get out. There's special moves. The great thing, you can create your own boxer. Everything from the trunks, the color of the trunks, color of your skin, mustache,
very easy to get
everything. You can assign signature punches to your character, and there's loads of characters. You can give them a name, and it'll say your name. Mills Lane is the referee.
Oh, Mills Lane is awesome.
You went to our instructions in the dressing room. Let's get it on! Let's get it on! What do you give the game?
I give the game 9 out of 10.
That's exactly what I give it, a 9. I think perfect game with more career stuff. That's it, son. You've had enough. Are we going to review any crappy games?
Expendable is pretty crappy.
That's pretty crappy, I guess.
Yeah, Expendable.
All right, gotta have at least one crappy game.
Yeah, we got
Because then it looks like we're a bunch of,
Booty
kissers.
Butt kissers. Speaking of butts, my butt is really sore. Can we get off of this thing?
Let's do it. On 3.
All right.
1, 2, 3.
Woo! Ow. Ow. Ow.
Stop laughing. Is that good? Do we have enough?
Okay, grab it.
Give me up.
Production assistance for Electric Playground is provided by Sony Computer Entertainment, publishers of Jammer Lammy for the PlayStation. Activision, publishers of Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Now everyone thinks they can skate like Tony Hawk. And Computech Media, publishers of Insight Video Games, Insight PC Games, and InsightGames.com. Look for the premiere issues of the magazines coming October 26th. This classic episode of the Electric Playground was brought to you by P&P Games, your source for everything video games. Support the partners that support the Electric Playground. Thanks for watching, and play forever.